Hey guys, it's MsGryphi and welcome back to the channel and happy Valentine's Day, guys! Today we are back on not a Saturday, just on a Tuesday for Valentine's Day with another speed build. I know I typically only do speed builds on Saturdays, but I really wanted to do like two different things this week, so here we go. We have a Valentine's Day build, which you probably saw from the title, is called Lover's Retreat. It's actually using Outdoor Retreat, I guess I didn't think the name through too well. But anyway, this is just a little cabin that I wanted that would be great for a little getaway if your Sims wanted to go on a honeymoon maybe, or just get away from the pesky toddlers for a little bit of time. It's built for two Sims alone to go like for a little romantic getaway for a weekend. So that is what we are doing here. I'm playing with wallpaper a little bit. It's a very cozy little place. It's got a nice large kitchen, but everything else is just like really small and cozy, and it's meant to be like a great place for your sim couples to go and just relax. So we have like a giant kitchen, a very small living room, and a small bathroom and bedroom as well. There's plenty of room, but it's not supposed to be overbearing or crazy large like the last cabin build I did. So right now we're just placing some windows and doors around the place and trying to figure out the final shape of it. I just wanted to add a little bit of extra detail. The roof ends up being pretty tall in this build. I just wanted to like some extra roofing details, so we are doing that right now, and I just wanted to add a little bit of stone detailing around the place. Anyway, it is Valentine's Day. I am excited. I'm not recording this on Valentine's Day, but it's Valentine's Day when you guys are seeing this, so happy Valentine's Day. Actually, today I'm kind of sad. It's like I'm gonna be at work. Today it's Tuesday, so like working. And I'm gonna be like, ooh, I just want chocolate all day, and maybe it's gonna be a good excuse to have some candy. Maybe that could be fun. Tell me what you guys are doing for today. It's okay. Like you can still celebrate if you're single or, like not of the age where you feel like you want to be dating yet. It's totally cool. I just feel like it's a fun day in general. I miss being in school, and like, when I was little, I think I just hit my mic just there. So sorry about that. But, like being in school and like giving everybody Valentines and like that little like, oh, I don't like this girl so much, so I'm gonna give her like this Valentine that's really small. Ooh, and I have a crush on this person, so I'm gonna give them this big Valentine with the chocolate attached to it. And it was just a lot of fun. It was a fun excuse to just like eat candy, and I don't know, it was kind of fun giving everybody Valentine's Day cards. I kind of miss that. Whereas now it's kind of just like a couples consumerist type holiday, but I think it's still fun. Like make the best of it. You don't have to celebrate if you don't want to, but it's a fun way to like, or a fun day, an excuse to have some candy, just have a good old time. So that was a lot of rambling. Anyway, back to the speed build. We are almost done with the actual shape that this place is going to be. I made a cute little deck, and I was having a lot of fun using columns throughout the build to kind of accentuate the corners, which I know like some of the wallpapers do that for you, but I kind of like how it came out with just doing it on my own with these columns. And we're gonna have a deck out the back, just placing all the columns for it ahead of time. And it's going to be a nice, it's not going to be that size, it's going to be a different shape than that, but I wanted a nice little deck area, and I wanted to put a hot tub out there for your Sims to have, because if this is like a couple's retreat, you need a hot tub. That was kind of like the idea going in this. I was like, I want a place for Valentine's. I want something Valentine's Day themed or romantic themed, and I want my Sims to have a hot tub, and that's basically all I had going into this. I'm like, I'm building a place with a hot tub. Let's get started. And this is what we did. So just making sure that the deck out here can fit a hot tub and adjusting the roof so that it makes a little bit more sense. And there we go. That's the shape of the back of the house. Now we're just placing in some more windows, and we're about to get inside soon, I think, to start working on the very simple floor plan. Like I said, it's got a humongous kitchen, which we just blocked off part of the bedroom. Part of that's actually going to cut in and be part of the bathroom. So there we go. We got the little L-shaped, well, funky, yeah, sort of L-shaped bathroom, and just trying to figure out the rest of the floor plan. It ends up staying, I think, pretty much like this. We have a huge kitchen that we add. And I was excited to use these doors because I never use them. I think we talked about this like recently that there's so many items in the game that I forget exist and then I don't use them ever. And I get really excited when I can use them because I'm like, oh my god, I forgot this existed. And it's like way too exciting for me. I think I actually put 2 stoves in this kitchen, which is really interesting, I think. I never do that, but I mean, I've seen people's like builds I've downloaded. There's like two, two stoves, which I guess is fine. But I thought that was kind of appropriate for like an over the top little cabin. Like I think the feature of this little cabin that I made is the kitchen. So I wanted it to be a little over the top. So I think we're gonna add that in a minute. But we're just working on cabinets here. I don't know. I really liked this kitchen like a lot. We're just adding some of the stone from outside inside and picking some floorboards, which are not the ones that stay in this kitchen. We end up having these tiles in a white color right there, but the rest of the house has those really nice diagonal floorboards that we got with Vampire, so that's really cool. And I made sure to add all kinds of fun stuff in here. So there's an ice cream machine, there's a fondue fountain, like we're going over the top. If your Sims come here for a vacation, they're going to have a really nice romantic getaway. Anyway, there's a second stove we were talking about, and I'm just placing a grill outside in that little nook over there. I wanted to make sure there was plenty of areas and opportunities for anyone Sims that come here to have some fun, like experiment with some of the new things that we're adding some yummy pastries and some roses, make it nice and romantic in here, and some fruit and stuff as well. Did I add like a dish rack or something? I feel like I did. Oh, maybe no, it was mugs. When I found that like nice bucket with like wine in it, and I was like, this is perfect. I didn't even realize we had that, but I think that worked out really well. It ended up going in the bedroom in here, which that's where the bed goes. But we end up using one of the beds. This bed actually. I think we changed the color though. I went with a blue color scheme for a long time, and then I changed it later on, I think. But this bed is from Vintage Glamour, and I like really like it. It's super over the top and not cabin like at all. But I love it, and I wanted this to be like cabin, but sort of like not like I didn't want it to be like plaid cabin stuff like every other cabin in this area. I wanted it to be like a very fancy, like honeymoon suite, sort of like lover's retreat. Yay! Um, so we just kind of went with that, and we have that little wine bucket next to the bed now, which I was so excited about. And now we're just adding in some cool paintings and wall lamps, which is something I never use, so I was actually really excited to go ahead and use those. Adding some more detailing in here, and I don't know, rugs. Super exciting, right? Rugs. Anyway, I don't know. I really love this build. I think I'm going to end up using it maybe in my city living LP. Maybe Catalea and Akira can go on like a little romantic getaway. Get away from the kids for a little while. I know they're pretty stressed out with a toddler and a child. So maybe that's an idea. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think of that if you're watching that. Added like a cute little Valentine's Day teddy bear, another rose. Like everything's nice and romantic in here. And I'm loving that, not that brick, the wooden wallpaper that we have on the outside of the build and also on the back wall in this room behind the bed. I don't know why. Like, I've never used it before. And I got really excited when I found it. I was like, it's so pretty. Because there's like, I guess wallpapers that I assume are like outdoor wallpapers, and then there's ones that are like, oh, this is only an indoor wallpaper, or this can only be used in certain situations. And then there's ones that I just forget exist, and this is one of them. And I was so excited when I found it. I was like, this is perfect. I was like super excited. I made sure to add that little Easter egg in there. We have that a lovely painting of somebody riding a rocket ship, which I know, like way back in maybe like one of the first Sims 4 live streams before the game even came out, they like made a hint that was kind of a reference to Woohoo and like riding his rocket ship. I know that's super inappropriate, but I always think of that when I see that painting and it makes me giggle, so I needed to include it in this like romantic weekend getaway build for sure. Anyway, what are we doing now? We're working on, oh, I forgot a pillar out there. That's what I was doing. Cool. And we have all kinds of random stuff just floating around outside. Needed to fix that up soon. And I think we're going to jump into another room here. Are we going to get into the bathroom? Yes, we are. We have this perfect little nook for a shower, which I love it when my bathrooms end up being that shape. I feel like I never planned it ahead like that. It just kind of happens. I kind of make the outside of a build first before I make the inside. So it's just like, how do I make the floor plan work? Which I don't know if that's the best way to do it. I think it'd be interesting if you built rooms first. Maybe I'll try that sometime. I feel like the outside would look so bad if I made rooms first, though. Because if I kept them in the shape they were, like it'd probably be a really awkward house shape, or I'd be forced to like change the shape of them to accommodate for a more desirable house shape. I don't know. I feel like it would just be a little awkward in the end. I also really like the sink I used in this bathroom, like just incorporating a sink with an accent table and like adding flowers on it. I thought it came out really nice. I don't know why this is paused here for so long. Oh goodness, what was I doing? Huh. Interesting. Oh, there we. I must have been like talking or chatting with somebody or something at that point. One of my close friends, she's been playing a lot of The Sims lately, and she's always like, "Hey, look what happened with my game!" And like she'll text me things, or she'll talk to me on Origin and be like all excited about her family, or she'll be like frantically asking me questions about like how to do certain things in the game, or whatever. It's really fun. She's probably listening to this right now, so shout out to you. You know who you are. Anyway, it's that's probably what I was doing because I think I was chatting with her when I was working on this build. But we're just working on this hallway over here, which I really liked. I made the end table go into the wall a little bit, so it's a little bit less in the way of the door. I think it's there's plenty of space over there. But I really love that mirror. I like never use it, but it's a really nice mirror. So I thought that fit really well in there. And then I did this, which I really like. I used a chair as like a place to put a plant, which I thought was an interesting idea. I feel like people's houses that happens a lot. You just kind of have stuff on chairs instead of on like special tables for it and all of that good stuff. So like I wanted to try that, and then we're gonna put a chimney or a fireplace in here, which we did. It's a little tight, but I thought we needed to incorporate a fireplace, and I thought it worked better in the bedroom. So we went ahead and did that and built a little not a fireplace. We built a chimney outside using the same the same stone that we used on the front of the build. And I believe we add like one of these accessories in it. I changed which one a bunch of times and like maneuvered it around a lot. I couldn't decide which one I wanted. So I'm probably going to mess with that a lot during this because I remember spending way too much time on it. And here we go again, being like, should I use this one? And then I'll like raise it up and put it in there. And I think in the final screenshots, it just kind of disappeared. So, wasted some time on that, but that's okay. Anyway, what are we doing now? Oh, just picking a floorboard for outside. I use this like diagonal wood floorboard because I feel like I've seen that a lot on like exteriors of houses. That could just be me, but like I really liked it. I thought it worked out pretty well in there. And now we're just working on some final paintings and accessories and decorations. I don't know why I said accessories, but decorations for the bedroom. I wanted to add a little bookcase in there. And we ended up using this rug that I threw outside earlier. I think this is the one I threw outside in the living room, and just trying to figure out what couches to use in here. We ended up going with some modern couches, which I quite like. I think they fit kind of they don't fit a cabin feel per se, but this is technically like a cabin, but it's not really. It's just a cute little woodsy romantic getaway, which definitely has a modern twist to it. I really like it. I don't know. I like I love this build. I really want to use it. Put this TV over here. We didn't end up using a large TV, but I did end up using that coffee table that the stuff is on because I kind of wanted to bring a little bit of greenery into the house, bring the indoors out. I'm struggling here. I'm like, why can't I put this on a diagonal? I don't know why I thought I could do that. Anyway, that goes there, and we end up getting a smaller TV, I believe. Should be doing that shortly. It's crazy how expensive the TVs are. I never really noticed. We get a stereo over here as well to go with the plant and the TV. I thought that looked pretty nice. I think we end up moving stuff around because I think the stereo positioning was bothering me, and I was like, it's hanging off the edge. So there we go. We do that and get a plant behind it, adding more of that beautiful wood paneling on the walls because I am loving it so much. And now we are looking for some curtains in here. And I actually ended up using, we'll get to them in a second, but the curtains that are just like cover everything, and I put them off to the side. So it looks like we just kind of pulled them off to the side. And only one door is accessible at the time. But I really liked how that looked. I've been doing stuff like that a lot lately. I love those curtains. I used to be like, why would I want to cover the window? And then I was like, oh, if I put it to the side, it just looks like we pushed it aside. And I added an easel in here too. I thought if you're away on this beautiful vacation, maybe you'd want to paint some nature or something like that. So I just want to include that in here as well. Anyway, to landscaping. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just like, the landscaping is kind of interesting. I have like mixed opinions of it. I couldn't decide what color I wanted for any of this terrain paint here. And I was like, oh, put some fencing. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm messing this up. But we end up filling this in a little bit more, and it ends up connecting to the backyard, actually, which we'll be working on in a second after we add some dirt all around the place. To make it look a little bit more realistic. But we have floating things in the backyard, so that's exciting. Those will go away, I think. I hope I remember to get rid of those, because that'd be kind of embarrassing if I didn't. But anyway, we're adding some decking out here with some terrain paint. And what are we doing here? Oh goodness, that looks awful. Oh, okay. We were gonna add a little fire pit over here. Do a little bonfire because I thought that was appropriate for woods. For like our cute little thing, we can like roast marshmallows by the fire, and then you can like take a dip in the hot tub. I don't know. It just sounds like a really romantic thing to do. So I want to make sure I include that, especially because this is from Outdoor Retreat. So I wanted to like incorporate a little bit of that in there. And then I was like, oh, we need this table, but I want an umbrella. So I put another table under it. You can definitely still see that it's there. It looks a little weird, but I kind of like it. I also wanted to add some more flowers back here, but I kind of wanted them in pots. So there you go. They're in like little square planter boxes. I thought they looked okay. You obviously can get rid of them if you don't like them, but I kind of liked it. And adding some trees about the place. Some of those were really big. I feel like I always click on the wrong trees. I'm like, I want this one. And then it's like twice the size of my house. And I'm like, oh, oopsies. And I'm in like a fan, or maybe not a fan, I just keep doing it. I keep adding like these partial fences in the front of houses. I actually ended up connecting this one later, but I was thinking it was going to be just like a partial fence, just like to define the front of the lot a little bit. But it actually connects the whole front yard. It fills in. And then I was trying some more planter boxes out here, but I didn't actually end up liking them. I mean, I kept them. I just put different flowers in them. As you can see here, we have like a sunflower, which I kept adjusting the position of for sure. Anyway, got rid of that wheelbarrow, and there was another giant tree because, I can't tell the difference ever. All right. Ooh, did we add that big tree in the back? I guess we did. That's interesting. Oh, goodness. And just trying to add some more detailing out front. We tried to do like a little diagonal garden, but it actually ended up being a not diagonal garden. It's just like a little square garden out here that I thought looked pretty nice. I wanted to just add a little bit more of detailing to the lot, a little bit more landscaping. And I forgot we put the well in there. Huh. I actually really like that. That's really cute. That's from Get Together, I think. Yeah. Anyway, we are almost done with this build here. We're connecting the fence here, like I was talking about. It connects on both sides, and we end up adding a little gate, moving the tree over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And there's like just a little pathway to the back of the house. Anyway, we are getting near the end here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to download this house, it should be on the Sims 4 gallery right now. If you either search Gryphi, Gryphi, or the hashtag MsGryphi, which is my YouTube name. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And please, if you have not already and you enjoy this, please give this a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. I do at least one build a day. Not a day. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? That's not a promise. Oh my gosh. One build a week. This week I did two, which is kind of exciting. But every Saturday there's a build. I do a bunch of Let's Plays. It's really fun. But we're coming to the screenshots here. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.